Hello everyone. Today we'll be looking at the Global Talent Visa, which the UK government has just now introduced. So the date in which this new Global Talent Visa is going to come into effect is 16 February or mid of February is what they've said. So what is this Global Talent Visa? So before we actually look at the Global Talent Visa, we need to understand what was the Tier 1 exception visa. So there used to be a HSMP highly skilled migrant program, which then became a Tier 1 general program. The Tier 1 general program was stopped a few years back, and then what replaced the Tier 1 program was a Tier 1 exception talent program, which was a very limited number of Tier 1 visas. It's about 2,000 visas that was given to the Tier 1 exception talent. And even within that Tier 1 exception talent of 2,000 visas, it was kind of grouped into 5 different segments, wherein engineering was 200 visas, arts and science was 200 visas, and so on. And then there was a digital technology visa for 200 visas. So eventually it was made up of 2000 visas. Even within that 2000 visas for the Tier 1 exception program, they were only allocating 1000 visas for the first 6 months within the year. And then only if that quota gets reached, they were allocating with a further 1000 visas. And in most cases, even that quota of the 1000 visas, the first 1000 visas weren't even getting reached. It was that difficult to get a Tier 1 exception talent visa. Now, the last section, global or the digital technology section, is what was applicable for the IT professionals, wherein a few people that I know have applied for the Tier 1 exception talent, have got the Tier 1 exception talent as well. So I will try and cover, because I am an IT, I'll try and cover the Tier 1 exception talent for digital technology, or as an IT professional, how to get the Tier 1 exception visa in a separate video, because that's for IT professionals only. Now, so what is the Global Talent Visa? The Global Talent Visa that they are introducing is basically a rebranding of the Tier 1 exception talent, with one major modification is that the visa quota is going to be removed. So the 2000 visa quota that they had is now going to be removed, and they're going to obviously what they're trying to do is they're trying to say that they're going to make it a little bit easier than what it exists today to get this Tier 1 exception talent by calling it as the Global Talent Visa. So in the current format, the Tier 1 exception talent visa had 2 stages. Stage 1 was endorsement, and stage 2 is where you go for the home office visa process. So the endorsement process is there are a few governing bodies that the government had given, about 60 of them, wherein depending on the field that you specialize in, depending on the field that you are showing exceptional talent, you will actually go and apply for an endorsement. Now you can apply endorsement as in 2 categories, one as an exceptional talent or as an exceptional promise. Now there's a rough guideline where it says that if you have 5 years or more experience in that particular field, then you apply as an exceptional talent. And if you have less than 5 years of experience, but you're still having enough skill set or enough capabilities in that region, then you apply for an exceptional promise. So that's the rough guideline that they've given. We believe that they will be taking similar guidelines forward, and there will also be a similar category within the Global Talent Visa where you will call them as a exceptional talent or as an exceptional promise. So let's look at the Global Talent Visa, the important points of the Global Talent Visa and how it differs from the current Tier 1 exception talent. Again, even in the Global Talent Visa, they're retaining the endorsement process. It's still going to be a 2-stage process where they're asking that the first stage that you get endorsed by a recognized UK body. Obviously, what they have done is to make it easier, they have increased the number of endorsing bodies. So in the Tier 1 process, there were about 60 endorsement bodies. In the Global Talent Visa, they're trying to bring around 120 plus endorsement bodies. So the process of endorsement, the process of getting endorsement is going to be a little bit easier. And again, like we said, that there is no cap on the number of visas that are going to be awarded, which is going to make it a little bit more easier as well. Now this again brings back the Tier 1 flexibility where you will have the dependents will have full access to the labor market. They can work like a Tier 2 dependent. It also helps the individual not to require an employment before they come into UK. Like I did when I came to UK, I didn't have a job, I didn't have an employment. I came on the HSMP and then I searched for a job within UK and got a job. So the key aim is obviously, what they're saying is for researchers and for scientists, really talented people. They want to actually attract those people. That's one of the reasons why it's been brought forward. But there is also an IT section in this, or a digital technology section in this. So there is going to be a key exemption or a difference in the absence rules, that you will be allowed to stay outside the country for more than 180 days, which is not the case for any of the other visas, where you can't stay outside the country for more than 180 days in the 5-year period. So another major difference is all of the visas till now are being controlled by the UK Home Office. They are being granted by the UK Home Office. Now this process, they have mentioned that it is going to be controlled or managed by the UKRI, or the UK Research and Innovation Group. Now it's yet to be seen whether it's only the stage 1 or whether it's stage 1 and stage 2, how it's going to differ, and whether the UKRI is going to completely handle everything, including biometrics and everything, including the visa process. Now, like I said, they are also expanding the endorsement bodies to even universities who can endorse the candidates. So this will also be useful for tier 4 students who are finishing up, to be recognized as an exceptional promise, where they don't have enough experience, but the university can endorse them, saying that it's an exceptional promise, and they can actually get a tier 1 visa. So again, it is helpful not just for people coming from outside UK, even for people who are studying in UK. It's potentially going to be helpful, because they are expanding the endorsing bodies to universities as well. This is going to be one major difference. So today, in the exceptional talent endorsement for the tier 1 process, there are 5 designated competent bodies. So we saw how many visa quotas against each of these categories. So in these 5 categories, there are 5 designated endorsement bodies. Now, under these endorsement bodies, there are some cases, some scenarios where there are sub-endorsement bodies. For example, the Royal Society has got like British Heart Foundation, and the other medical related and sub-endorsement bodies like the Cancer Research Institute of UK, British Cancer Research Institute, British Heart Foundation. There are so many sub-endorsing bodies under these 5 designated competent bodies who can give you the exceptional talent endorsement. Now, if you are part of any of these culture, fashion, art, humanities, medical sciences, natural sciences, you can look at the details. I'll give you the details of all of these endorsing bodies and all of the tier 1 exception talent details and the guideline for it. You can look at it and you can go through the details on your own. For IT professionals, there is only one endorsing body called Technician. I will create a separate video for IT professionals, how to get a tier 1 exception talent. And obviously, when they take it forward as a global talent visa, most of the fundamentals are going to remain the same. So the endorsement process is still going to be with Technician, and probably will be helpful to understand, how as an IT professional, you can either convert from a tier 2 ICT to a tier 1 exception talent or a global talent visa, or even from India, how you can apply through an endorsement process through the global talent visa. So that probably will be a separate video. So let's continue looking at the global talent visa. What are the other options available? So like I said, it's a 2-stage immigration process. So the first stage is the endorsement, and the second stage is the immigration application itself with the Home Office. Now you can apply both the stages together, but the general advice is that you wait for the endorsement to come. If your endorsement is successful, then you have 3 months within which you can apply for the actual immigration application. Now, if you don't apply within the 3 months for the immigration application, even though you have an endorsement, your endorsement will elapse and you will have to reapply for the endorsement. So the global talent visa, I'm assuming, will have a similar condition where you get the endorsement and within a 3-month period, you go for the immigration application. Again, my advice would also be that you don't apply both for the endorsement and immigration together, because the endorsement process has its own timeline, and you could get a rejection for any number of reasons. So wait for the endorsement to be successful, and then once you've got the endorsement, then apply for the immigration application. For the endorsements, again, the government has said that there is going to be a fast track endorsement process available, wherein it will take a lot lesser time to get the endorsement done, because they're going to increase the number of endorsing bodies as well, and there is going to be a fast track process available for the endorsement. So in the stage 2 process, you should submit a copy of your original endorsement letter which you got from stage 1, and also you need to retain that endorsement letter, because What you will get is eventually a 5-year visa or a 3-year visa with a 5-year possible extension. Once you've completed the 5-year period, when you go in for your permanent residency, you need the endorsement letter so that you can actually get the permanent residency. So they will need evidence of whether you came in as an exception talent or whether you came in as an exceptional promise, before which they can give you a permanent residency. So the tier 1 exception talent was a 5-year program, or was a program wherein you can get your permanent residency eventually and also get your citizenship. The global talent visa is again continuing the same. It is also going to be a process wherein you will be able to apply for a permanent residency at the end of your 5-year period through the global talent visa. So like I said, the global talent visa is going to be available from mid of February next month onwards in 2020. So the major advantage in this global talent visa over the previous tier 1 was that, you know, the number of visas is going to be removed, like I said again. So it might become a little bit more easier, but still, you know, do not think that this is a visa for everyone. This is again going to be for exceptional talent or for exceptional promise. So if you believe that you have an exceptional talent or an exceptional promise in any one of those categories, then go and do your own research, and, you know, go and look at the documents that I'm going to give links to. So I'll give the links to the documents in my description, and also give the links to the government pages and the detailed PDF guide by the Home Office. So you can go and read through it. If you think that you are falling into one of those exceptional categories or exceptional promise categories or exceptional talent categories, do your own research and see if you are able to apply for one of those tier 1 exceptional talent, which is going to be the global talent visa. And like I said, for the IT professionals, I will give you a separate video on the technician endorsement, you know, what you need to do, how you need to prepare for it, and what are the options available, and what are the documents that are needed for getting the endorsement done. So do post your comments and also share with your friends. So there might be a friend who is an exceptional talent or an exceptional visa, who's probably not looking at this content or probably not aware of it. If you do know anyone, then share it with them as well. So as much as possible, we should try and share information to others, and that's another reason why I make this video. So hopefully you found this video useful. Until next video, bye then.